Hey everybody, it's Annette. You having a good day today? We have had incredible winds today, so either be blowing all this mess out and bringing some nicer weather in, or give us another nice snow before spring comes. I think it's blowing it out. I think next week we're going to hit a couple of 62, 69 days. That's going to be like a slice of heaven over here. But while we are, even though the days are getting longer, and I hope you're seeing that in your area as well, it's really nice to even an hour. It was 30 minutes, now it's up to an hour longer in our area, North Carolina Zone 8B. I find it uplifting, but we're still in the throes of the months that are considered for those of us who suffer from anxiety and or depression. This is the time of the year where we're affected by seasonal affective disorder. I just kind of wanted to talk about that and how to maybe some ideas to not get sucked into that black hole, because it's easy to get sucked into it, especially with everything at our fingertips, everything in our faces. I will say one thing about where I live. People overall are really awesome. They're nice, they're polite, got a southern honey thank you for the most part. There obviously are some exceptions, but regardless of background, um, ethnicity, I can't say that word, regardless of what our backgrounds are, it just seems like, nice. People are overall nice. Of course, we do have the bad ones too, but overall, it's nice. I wanted to talk today about the concept that my best friend, Blonde Diane, called the poop wagon. And I'm saying that in a nicer term, but use your imaginations. I was visiting her one day, and I remember asking her just some basic current event question, and she said, "No, I didn't know that was going on." I said, "Really?" And she said something kind of profound, and it made sense. She says, "Annette, this is my poop wagon. It's full. I don't have room for everybody else's poop to go on my wagon because my wagon is full. If I get sucked into everybody else's stuff, then I'm just at capacity. I can't." So now that we're in early February in seasonal affective disorder season, how full is your poop wagon? Do you have a lot going on? Is it bringing you down when you're looking at some of these videos, current events that just keep recycling and recycling with really not a lot of new information coming that we can benefit from? It's a lot of people parroting and saying the same things. How can we not get sucked into the black hole? How can we keep our poop wagons lighter? I would highly recommend, for starters, if you're able to get out among people, if thrifting is your thing, or just go get a nice lunch somewhere, visit a library. I mean, so many different things we can do that bring us joy that we can do inside with this ridiculous weather. Is it reading a book, a Kindle? Is it listening to relaxing music? There's a lot of things we can do as opposed to doom scrolling, all the time doom scrolling. I have cut so many different videos short, not of mine, but some that I've been watching, and I'm sorry, YouTube people who are doing the videos, sometimes I can't watch you start to finish because it's not good for my mental health. I'm trying to get the meat of the topic that you're talking about. But then if it's 30 minutes or more on something that everybody has already talked about, that I know this area is going to crap in a handbasket, or this person did something horrible to another person, or just so many different evils out there that we are exposed to constantly. I was growing up, if you didn't get it at the 6 o'clock news, you had to stay up till 11 o'clock and get that with any updates. That was it. It's a completely different culture now. And I think it aids to anxiety and depression. So you want to listen to your video, you want to, view a video online. Where's the place you've wanted to travel? Is there a destination that you've had in mind? Look up some videos on that destination. It's a wonderful way to, number one, do your homework to see if that's feasible for you to do that. Or is there something you're trying to learn to do? We've got the University of YouTube at our fingertips. Literally, how to do anything is on there. It's amazing the wealth of knowledge we have at our fingertips. I would say redirect. I'm not saying stop. If that's what you get enjoyment out of, is listening to stuff, because I listen to audiobooks, I listen to homesteading videos. I found a really cool one today, Off Grid Grandpa. And it talks about living off grid for next to nothing and all the different places you can do it. Some of these are tropical, some of these are cold and remote, it's all different demographics and territories and stuff. And I'm really fascinated by that. And he's got I love accents. So he's got this kind of Australian accent. And I like him. I found him enjoyable. So I did subscribe to him. But just listening to them, listening to the videos. Obviously, there's some that you need to watch if it's a how-to video, but if it's just something to hear somebody talk about something positive and uplifting, find the thing that you're interested in. Gardening, it could be clothes. There's a lady on there that does clothes, like how not to look older, which, I mean, it's not a smack on people who are middle-aged and above. It's just fashion. I can talk all day about shoes, purses, clothes, or whatever. But that and traveling, get yourself lost in a good audiobook, a full-length audiobook. Just when you go to your YouTube search, full-length audiobook. If you don't have another audiobook platform, I found a lot of different choices on there. And it just gives me that kind of escape. It gets me out of my own headspace. It gets me out of the space of things that are not going so well in the world. And yes, I do pray for people who are going through difficult things. That's part of it. A big part of it, actually. But as far as like keeping myself grounded and sane and trying to not develop the seasonal affective disorder, we have had some beautiful sun coming in, even with the cold weather. Open up those curtains on our glass door, and I still have my baby winter squash plants and a tomato plant. I don't think they're going to do anything. I mean, they're growing, but they're not producing anything. Of course, the squash is too little right now, but just that sunlight coming in and then seeing my dogs and cats sunbathing in it, that's something that I just enjoy. And just sometimes laying in bed a little longer on days I don't have to work and having the heating pad on and just snuggling under the blankets and getting all cozy and warm and not having to go out there right yet once I've done everybody taking care of dogs and cats and chickens, and nothing wrong on a weekend. Go back and crawl in that bed, read a book, just pamper yourself. Bubble baths, I love my bubble baths. It's very relaxing. I read when I'm taking a bath. Just find something to do. There is a lot out there. The sad thing that I find about it, I think our local news channels do really well with it by featuring feel-good stories or positive stories, whether it's local businesses or local sightseeing places that I didn't even know existed in North Carolina. We have a news broadcaster who does that once a week, and I find that very engaging to learn. No matter how long you've lived somewhere, and I have lived here a hot minute, and just to perpetually learn of new places and new things to do, take a screenshot if you see it on your phone, scrolling through your Facebook, and that's a place you might be interested in going. You want to do some homework on that, take a screenshot of it, and then put it, you can move it, because you know how it gets lost in the minutiae of photos and everything. Get an album, create an album that just says wish list. And it could be the museum you never heard about, or the tree house that you could rent for the weekend, or oh God, there's so many things. Waterfalls. We have lots of beautiful waterfalls in North Carolina. Every state has their hidden gems. Find out what's in yours. And if it's something you want to visit in another state, start looking up that state. And if you want to go international, go for it. It's all fun. It's a way to utilize technology and what we are feeding into our minds and hearing about. It's a way to do it in a positive way. I just said way twice. It's just positive. It just feels good. And while we cannot completely ignore evil in the world, we would have our heads in the sand. You and I both know, or all know, I'm talking to multiple people, that if we completely refuse to look at what's going on, or at least be aware, self-aware what's going on, we cannot navigate life safely or in a prepared mindset if we have no clue what's going on. So stay informed, my friend, but don't do it at the detriment of your own health, your mental health and well-being. Stay informed to the extent you can stay informed. But if you start feeling after 20 minutes in a video, 30 minutes or whatever, that this is just sucking my will to leave, go to another video, find something else to do. So I hope this helps. Because tomorrow is, for those who are into football, Super Bowl. I don't know how much of it I will watch. I'm not really big on it. I used to really like it when the kids were growing up. We would do snacks and make a big evening out of it and just sit there as a family and enjoy it. In recent years, it's really the culture of football, I guess, has shifted a lot as far as, like, I don't bring political things on here, and when I'm watching a sport or anything, when they begin bringing in political things onto the field, then I back off away from it, because I'm not interested in that. But if you do enjoy the sport, have fun tomorrow night. Have some good snacks, sit back, relax. I hope the commercials are good. I did see a couple sneak peeks at commercials, and They were actually pretty good, and that was another draw, was the commercials. Obviously, that's why people, one of the main reasons, because to see who could come up with the best commercial, and you didn't know what they were gonna put out there, and it was fun. That was another part of it. It was like a commercial, just surprise box, a plethora of surprises throughout the evening. So I hope they have done better on their commercials. I don't know if I'll watch it or not. I honestly don't know who's playing. I've not kept up with it in a long time. Husband does. He could tell you right off the bat who's doing it. I have no idea, because that's honestly at this point how little I care about it. When sports get to be sports, and it's another thing, like I was talking about, the getting sucked into the darkness and the black hole. I want to enjoy what I'm participating in and what I am viewing and what I'm having for entertainment. So if you do, have fun, stay safe. I won't be able to stay up too late because I have work the next day. But love y'all immensely. Take care, and I'll talk to you next time.